Okay. Took me long enough to set this up, so hopefully everything works in one go, because there's no way in hell I'm doing this again. I've already wasted enough time after getting off work to come and I watched like maybe 8 minutes into it where he started talking about autonomous trucks. I I just stopped because I just had too much to say, and I'm sure I'll get right back into that mindset as soon as I start this video. Um, anyway, I've been driving a semi truck for 6 years. I started OTR. I've been to Washington. I've been to California. I've been to Florida, and I've been as far as Maryland, I believe, into the original 13, and then like from Maryland to like maybe Ohio, like over there a little bit. So just kind of like in that little spot, and then straight across, straight down. And I live in Texas, so um, let me see and start. I'm sorry if the audio shit. I don't do this. I don't. I'm not even gonna edit. I'm just try to set everything up to where it works, and then I hit record after I got everything set up and displayed, and so this is Asmongold reaction to basically somebody who's talking about my career choice. And not right off the gate, just already got an audio issue.
Supposed to do this?
Okay.
You can do. I don't think you're supposed to do.
Let me start it over. Okay, see, I'm not editing. I'm not doing intros. I mean, maybe if I can clip that, I'll clip it.
Are you supposed to do? When I see
So I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't sink, but it looks pretty dry where he's at. Looks like either somewhere over in, I mean, there's grass. It's got to be maybe 20, nigh 20 right there. Could be a way station or something. I don't know. I don't know what this dipshit's doing, honestly.
you're not supposed to. Are you supposed to do this? You can do. I don't think you're supposed.
I mean, it sounds like they're speaking a different language too, but this sign looks like an American sign. So I don't know what they're if he's like trying to cross the Californian border or something. I don't know.
To do this. What is this? Yeah, bro, this guy's playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, what's going on with this? Somebody is saying it in chat, highly illegal. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm inclined.
I mean, I don't think it's highly illegal. I don't think it's highly illegal. I think it's probably a fine for driving over a median, just like when people get off the highway and go up the hill to the service road. I don't think it's any different company-wise. Your ass probably gonna get fired for it.
Guys, I'll tell you that. And when server transfers open in ARC, completely changed the game. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I played the game a little bit, but I just could not get into it, man. I just could not, for any reason, enjoy that game at all. But anyway, so yeah, basically, they did arrest the guy. They are going to arrest him, and I think this is a good thing. Obviously,
probably running illegal. Probably running illegal. U-turn. I don't know. I don't know what the circumstances are. So there's plenty.
From the company, I think, that hired him, like their business license, which, I mean, again, that's a good thing, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's the video right here. The illegal truck driver who killed 3 people in Florida has just been taken into custody in California and was loaded into a plane sent by Florida. So basically, bro, they rounded this motherfucker up, man. They got him, and
I just upped the audio. It's probably too low, but the first shit didn't matter. None of this matters.
I don't know what's going to happen to him now, but I bet it's not good. Let's go ahead. Let's watch it. Here we go. So this literally, it just happened, I guess, a half hour ago.
Singh actually being led by Florida state authorities onto the plane there. Singh actually being led by Florida state authorities onto the plane there. It looks like he's in shackles as he's being taken back onto the plane. What exactly, Senator, would your legislation do
Gotcha,
pertaining
bitch.
to this and other potential similar cases in the future?
Oh.
Well, look, there's
Oh!
already a basic requirement of English proficiency that some of these blue states, these sanctuary states, are just ignoring.
Yeah. So I took my CDL in 2019. In 1 month will have been driving for 6 years. I mean, ever since I started, I've noticed this. And when I back in like 19, I mean, you'd get those guys that I guess come over. I don't know if he'll talk about it in this one. I saw a video earlier because I mean, fuck, a lot of my YouTube feed is truck driving anyway. But um, when I would do reefer, which is refrigerated stuff that needs to be at a certain temperature, it can't be stored in a van like a big box. So there's reefer, there's dry van, there's flatbed, there's tankers. And when I first started, I did reefer. So I would haul like vegetables, ice cream, meat, any like Walmart loads and anything like that. And a lot of times we would go down to like Yuma, or we would go to Laredo and we would pick up like vegetables, and we had to like sit and wait because like these dudes are taking forever to get to the border, come across the border, drop the trailer, give the trailer to us so we can take it to like North Carolina, and then I'd end up in North Carolina or something and drop all that stuff off, and then I'd pick up a load of meat and I'd go to California. It's just it's a lot, man. It was a lot. It was a total culture shock when I started this job.
Yeah.
In issuing commercial driver's
No, they need to do something like this federally immediately. Like, they need to pass, like, an executive order or some shit that says, like, if you are...
It's already... Speaking English it was a rule when I started.
A, like, fucking interstate truck driver, you...
Interstate and intrastate.
Have to pass an English literacy...
One, you can't drive across state lines.
...test right now. Like...
It's already a rule.
I mean, that's it, like that's really the problem. Because like if they want to have a bunch of retards that can't read in
I have to leave the state. I think it's every 2 years. Maybe it's every year. You have to leave because I have intrastate. So if I don't leave the state, because now I just kind of stay within Texas. It took me, I don't know, 3.5 years to get there, but now I don't leave unless the company allows me a load to go across state lines and then come back. And then I do that like once a year, once every 2 years to keep my license for OTR.
California, like, I mean, that sounds like a personal problem to me. But, and also that's not good either. But, I think that if you're talking about, like multi-state lines, I mean, yeah, obviously they need to have a degree of quality control for this.
And this is a thing too, is like when I was watching this, I'm like, okay, so like, this is the issue with trucking right now since I've started, this is what I've noticed is like people like this will put regulations on people like me. I have to pre-trip, I have to do logs and all this stuff. And we'll get to the autonomous stuff in probably like 4 minutes. But the ATA and all this, they do not drive trucks. None of these people who regulate the shit out of the trucking industry have any idea what they're doing. They're all capitulated to insurance companies. You got like Swift. Swift is governed at 65. I think I've heard that they can go 70 for like 30 minutes or something like that to like pass. Like you get up to 70 and pass, right? People like Knight. I've seen that, like, I don't know if they up them to like 65, but I think their max speed is 62. And this is like all because of insurance companies. And then you have and then you have people who own their trucks not governed. They have to pay for insurance, they have to pay for like load insurance, their truck insurance, truck payment, like, do their own loads, pay for their own fuel, pay for their own tires and all this stuff. And then you've got these guys that I don't know if they're just paying for 10 cents a mile. I don't know what the situation is. But with company drivers, you have people that want these regulations, but when you're an owner operator, you're not regulated like this. You're regulating the normal Joe driver. You're governing us. You like on these highways in Texas, and I know up there in like I-80, it's 75, 80, 85 miles per hour. Well, you've got us so governed and regulated. You've got us going 64 and an 80. And that's not our fault. I can't change it. I would love to go 70. I would love to go 75 down a straight highway. You don't like this is going to get me so heated because people on the highway and these cars treat us like shit every day. They treat us like shit. And I'm a local and I have people swerving in front of me. I put my blinker on and the people fucking speed up and they pass us. And then there's just you sit in the left lane for fucking 200 miles. You won't let us over when we're fucking stuck behind people going 62 and I can go 70 and I can't fucking get over because you people can't fucking follow the rules either. So if you want to fucking regulate us, there also needs to be regulations on car owners because you have an issue of sitting in the fucking left lane for 200 miles and never getting over. You just stay in the left lane forever.
How is it even a question?
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, it's insane.
I already had to deal with it this morning.
English
I already had to deal with it today. So just know that I've already dealt with more of this shit this morning.
Get any job, learn how to do English to get any job. I don't know how a person gets into America.
Don't let me go on a tangent. I will go on for hours about the shit I have to deal with in my slow ass truck.
Without speaking English. I mean, it's the national language, and by the way, I know that up until recently it wasn't. It always has been. Everybody knows it. Every presidential address is in English. English is the national language, and it always has been. So the fact is that anybody who's not speaking English shouldn't fucking be here.
Yeah, and then you get to like truck stops. Truck stops are the worst. My God, like you pull into a truck stop, and these dipshits, how a truck stop works, right, is we have it to where we can all get the fuck out of there, right? Because we're all on time. He'll talk about time later. I'm sure I'll go on a tangent on that too. But when you pull into a truck stop, you have one length of a truck in front, enough space for you to get to the pump where your fucking tanks are, and then usually people line up. And then you've got these guys that show up. I mean, it's not even just illegals. It's just these idiots. They just show up. They don't give a fuck. It's just a job to them. Like me, this is what bought my fucking house. It's what pays for my vehicle and all my kids. I have to deal with these idiots out here who just get out, look like shit, smell like shit, and you pull in, and then they're one truck behind, two trucks behind, and they get the fuck out of their truck and they go inside and they get a fucking cheeseburger, and while they're sitting there, both trucks are already gone. And then they come out and they get in their truck and then they just drive right through. And nobody says anything fuck about it. Like, you have no idea the shit we have to put up with.
Like, I don't know how this is even a question.
I would love for any of these, like, retail workers or anybody have to sit there and okay, so you pull in, you need fuel. You're going to die on the side of the road, right? You need fuel to drive. I would love anything more than for you to go to the gas station and then like a damn Buc-ee's where you're all just, what is the hype for Buc-ee's? I've had so many people cut me off to swerve from the left lane to exit to a fucking Buc-ee's every day. It never ends. And then you go and you just sit. You all like, it's no different than a truck stop where you all just go there and then you're waiting for a gas pump. It's so ridiculous. I wish every gas station you all had to deal with that, to where somebody goes and they park in a pump, right? And it's the one you've pulled into because you've made the decision that that's the one you're going to use, right? So you pull in there and you sit there and you're waiting. And then he comes out. He's got barbecue stains on his fucking shirt, and he's got 2 sodas and a bag full of chips. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I would love for any of you have to deal with that every day when you have a timer. Like I don't clock in at 9 and work to 5 every day. That's not how this job works. And I would love for anybody who thinks that they want to come into our industry and regulate us when we should be doing it. Real truck drivers should be regulating us, not suits and ties and other insurance companies and the government that do nothing. They do nothing. And all you do is just make it harder for people like me.
How is this even like a conversation? What the hell are we doing?
License to truckers.
Yes. Oh my God.
I think 2 things. Number one, these states like Washington and California that want to keep issuing commercial driver's license need to show that they are complying with that basic requirement, that the people that they're putting on these roads that are going into other states can actually read the signs.
Yeah, imagine expecting somebody who drives.
Yeah, and then you've got guys like this that probably just, it says the left lane's closed. And you four-wheelers are just as guilty because you're a Class C, VIP, look out for me bullshit that you do when you know there's fucking road work. It says it on the big-ass dot sign, but I don't know what the fuck you're doing in your car. I see so many people with their fucking phones in their hand coming into, just fucking, I don't know how the fuck these people make it through the day. But anyway, like, it says the left lane's closed, and you motherfuckers will fly up there and then slam on the brakes, and then you cause 8 miles of fucking traffic for this little tiny bridge that's being worked on just because you can't get over and we can all just go through it like 45 miles per hour. No, you got to go 90 to get up there and hit your fucking brakes and cut people like me off.
Drives a truck that could kill people to be able to.
And just know that at any time somebody's going to have enough, and you should just be aware of what these trucks are capable of, how much they weigh. If you've seen these accidents, just know that this is just some dipshit idiot. Like this little, I don't know if I'm covering it up. I'm probably not, but you've seen this video. Like, I can't hardly take it anymore. And I don't know how long I'm going to live having to deal with the stress of all these idiots on the road.
To read traffic signs.
I'm gonna die young.
I mean, I don't know, guys. That seems a little bit it sounds a little bit racist to me. Geez, guys. Like, yeah, it sounds kind of bad. Wow. How many families need to die for this? This is so horrible. Well, I don't understand. And I think that, again, like, it's just in general, like, anti-American, Western racism, or like a sense of like guilt where it's like, oh, well, we can't force people to.
It's not, that has nothing to do with race. Is that these guys come over here for some foreign company, and then they take these loads from these companies to move them, and they undercut the industry so much. Like, they do these jobs. I don't know if it's like the company just pays out a certain amount because they're like through like a broker or something, but something has to be going on to where these guys actually are able to survive. And apparently this is the one reason why I'm just so scared to get my own vehicle and be an operator, is because people like this get out here and I need to pay for fuel, insurance, truck, my house, my kids, my wife. I need to pay bills, right? And then these guys come in and our money is worth more than theirs, apparently. So they can work for $1 less than me, and I need to make at least like $2 a mile. Like, if I'm doing 100 miles, I need $2 a mile to pay for the amount of fuel and the wear on my truck and all that. You need this. And then you have these people like this that come in here and they just like smother the rates. And even like mega carriers like CR England, I'm sure, are doing it too, unless they pay people like 15 cents a mile, these up and coming kids that come into the industry, and they get paid 15 cents a mile, and then the company just takes it all.
Learn English,
and then they make you get into trucks. Look at CR England, like training videos from 2020. I don't know if they still do it because I don't fucking work for them anymore, but 2019, 2020, 3 people in one truck, 1 trainer, 2 students for 3 to 6 months. I don't even know. I don't remember. It was I did what I needed to do, right? To be where I am now.
Like, absolutely you can. 100% you can. It's not even a question. I mean, this isn't like a a restaurant. This is a life and death situation very clearly, right? And so that's where we're at.
Understand English and be able to communicate
so, yeah.
with motor carrier.
So I disagree. My mom's Puerto Rican. She does not speak English. Puerto Ricans are legal and they're not obligated to speak English. I'm going to start with a lot of things, but not that part.
Somebody in his fucking
wow.
chat
Okay.
line.
So there's like 1%
I don't
of
care.
Puerto Ricans that don't speak English. So we should just let. And also, like they automatically became U.S. citizens, right? Because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory.
Oh my God, I can't
so that's like a very
fast forward,
different thing than what I'm talking about, right? I mean, you clearly like what I'm saying is that people should, if somebody is coming into the United States and they can't speak English, I think that should be an automatic decline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a second generation Texan. I mean, as far as I know that my great grandmother came over here in the 30s, and on my that's my dad's side. On my mom's side, I don't know how far back it goes, but I mean, I know that a lot of them are from Missouri and like Idaho or some shit. I don't know. But up north and on my mom's side, they're all truck drivers. So it's in my blood, and I don't know how I've stayed in this. Like I have dealt with way less and just walked away from jobs my entire life. And somehow I've done this for 6 years. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Should be an insta decline.
I'm going to crash out by the end of this video.
I don't
it's
even
20
see
minutes
how anybody
long,
can argue
and
against
I feel
this.
like
it seems like
I'm
the
never
most
gonna get through it,
obvious
'cause I'm
common
just gonna
sense
crash
opinion, but for some reason it eludes everybody.
Safety inspectors.
Well, that's a gotcha.
And,
yeah, of course.
And instructions for driving. And they need to be permanent and lawful residents of the United States.
And also, by the way, if your mom drives a fucking semi-truck, she better learn. Like, I got no problem. She wants to sit at home and do whatever the fuck. Yeah, fine. Don't speak English. It's okay. You're a U.S. territory. It is what it is. But, like, if you're going to go around driving a fucking truck, you better learn how to read the goddamn signs. I mean, what are we even doing here, guys? Come on. What is this? Talking about CDL? Yeah.
Basic minimum, and that way you don't have other states that are following the law. As you know, Florida is a law and order state. We comply with the laws because we know that ensures the safety of our citizens.
Yeah, it's obvious.
We shouldn't fall victim to or be penalized by other states that don't do the same.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, again, it's just what an unforced error. What a massive. And in my opinion,
I want to say something about Florida. I hate Florida. Florida, you have nowhere to park. I hate it. It sucks. When I was there was 2 stops from state line to Jacksonville where I ended up. And then, God help me, anyone that needs to park a truck. I've already been run off. Well, I used to park right down the street from here. And I could have walked home if I wanted to. But then I used to live even a little bit, just a mile up the road, and there was like a little pull off, and I used to park there, and I'd walk to my little what is it? What are those called? Little like townhouse type thing, whatever the hell. And I could just walk across the street, and I'd be at home. I'd be in my little house. And then after I moved, they built a truck stop on the other, like in the other corner. So it's like an intersection, right? And I lived in this side. They put a QT right here. And then, and then like on the other side, it's just like the interstate and then like a buffet and then an empty lot. And there's like a little access road that used to go to the lot. It used to be a car dealership that moved because it was tiny, right? Because, I mean, fuck, everything's got to be bigger and just take up even more space. But I used to park right there, and then eventually these people just came and and they do it at the place I park now. I park in a fucking mud pit, and these guys, they just come in and they leave their trucks there for 6 months. They don't move, and it just, there's nowhere to park, and these people use my parking space as a storage yard, and it is so annoying. I work Sunday through Friday, and it is so annoying to pull into where I park and have my one spot because I work so early and get home earlier. and then there's just trucks and trailers that haven't moved in months, and it's just, you guys have no idea what we have to, people like me. I don't know what else, like with these other people, they all just sleep in truck stops. I don't know. They go to the yard and leave their truck there and then go home for like 2 weeks. I don't know. But my God, how do I do it? I don't know.
I think that from everything that I know about the government, I don't think this had anything to do with liberal policy. I mean, maybe at the top it did. I think this just had to do with another person that works at the government who doesn't give a fuck about their job. They don't care about how things go, and they're just doing whatever the hell they want, right? I think that's really what's going on here more than anything. So, yeah, and is driving that hard? Yes, apparently it is. And it was absolutely...
That's another thing. It's people like this in the chat, they have no idea. When I have this space in front of me, right? That's for me to stop. And then I have people, because I have space in front of me, that come over, hit their brakes, and take my space away. Like, what are you doing? These people, like, you little tiny cars, I swear, you have a death wish, or you just want to get hit so you can get a fucking payday. I don't know, but it is so annoying. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna get to a point in this video when I fucking get there that I think you people in your little cars shouldn't be on the highway. I don't think you should be allowed to use the highway.
Liberal policy, maybe, right? I don't know. Is this kind of stuff another reason why people push for autonomous self-driving cars? I mean,
Here we go. I'm going
to be honest with you guys. I think that truck driving is that job is on a it has its days or numbers, basically, right?
No, wrong. Completely wrong. Who do you think is going to check tire pressure? Do you think the computer is going to check tire pressure? Do you think the truck is going to turn the lights on? Do you think does the truck need to check logs? Does it just turn on and the truck just pulls out of a fucking parking spot? These people, they are so simple to think that autonomous trucks, which are on the road with a person in the driver's seat. Watch autonomous trucks. You have no idea what you are talking about. My truck we have sonar. I see you little shitheads that come over here and in your little 4-wheeler cars. I know how fast you're going when you swerve 3 lanes over and my sonar catches you going 110 down the highway. I have radar sonar on my truck. Most trucks do. And when you're doing 90 and you cut me off to swerve 3 lanes, trust me, I know how fast you're going. And when you swerve in front of me and you're going 45 and a 60, I know how fucking fast you're going too. And I see how far you are. I see all of it. And you know what? You know the best thing about this shit is when you come, okay, so you're at a highway, right? And sometimes highways, they split, right? You go east or west, right? Well, you got those little cones, you got the little guardrail. Do you think an autonomous truck, when that camera catches that little thing and it's got to go into that lane, do you know what it does? Because you have drive assist and brake assist. Do you know what it does when you get, you stay in your lane, but they have it a little bit too far out, or it just wants to freak out? You know what it does? It hits its fucking brakes. And you have no idea. And then road work. Do you know those little black lines on the road? Do you know what my camera thinks that's a fucking line on the road. And when I drive over it and it's just inside my tire, right? Like the white line's over there, the white line's over here. That little fucking black line, it makes my fucking speakers do all the like I'm driving off the fucking road. What do you think an autonomous truck's going to do when it just freaks out and it thinks that that's the edge of the road? It's going to fucking swerve into the other lane thinking it's going off the fucking road. You guys, like, it's never going to happen. What you people probably need a fucking autonomous cars. You on the road, like your little tiny cars, you're the ones that need autonomous cars because all you do is drive down the fucking left lane doing 100 anyway. And I have to get out. I have to put fuel in my, how are you, like, why would you even have autonomous cars? I mean, at least you can get out and like walk and put gas in it or whatever. But I have to open doors. I have to slide tandems. I have to, unhook the cables, the air hoses and the power and what are you thinking? Do you think that it's just the days are numbered and what, like 50 fucking years when they have a fucking way when it hooks up, it just connects all of it by itself? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And they're investing so much time and money while the industry goes to shit anyway. So people like this and people in this chat think that it's a great idea. Oh, the trucks should just drive themselves. Oh, it'll be fine. You're all idiots.
I think that very clearly you are going to see truck drivers losing their jobs.
You know who needs to fucking lose their job? The people who can't fucking drive. Who fucking... Even if the truck has to turn out, right? So no matter what, like, I have no idea how you people think that autonomous trucks are going to work when you all treat trucks like shit. You think that you're just better than us. You think that you can run me off the fucking road. You think that nothing's going to happen to you. When a truck pulls out, it has to take like 2-3 lanes to clear a curb, to clear a pothole. It has to do that. And these trucks, if they don't, there's one road that I go down. Oh my God. If you don't take it just right, you hit the curb and then they have a fucking street, like a light right on the edge of the curb or a fire hydrant. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Whether this is sooner or later, it's hard really to say, but
Never.
I do think it's going to happen.
Never.
The reason why is because it's safer and better for everyone.
How is it safer or better for everyone when Asmongold doesn't drive. He drives to 7-Eleven, gets himself a Dr. Pepper, and then drives right back home or some shit. He's sitting in his house all fucking day. He's never out on the highway for 14 hours a day. He has no idea. People like this, they influence hundreds of thousands of people, and they have no idea. No idea.
If you could have an autonomous driving car, because another
car, do the cars first. Leave us alone. You have these little tiny little plastic fiberglass pieces of crap that you all treat like shit anyway. The government needs to govern you. They need to govern you, not me. You have a little tiny car. Figure your shit out first, and then start messing with all my computers and shit and thinking that the computer's going to make me a better driver when the fucking tar road fixing shit makes my fucking truck want to hit the brakes and swerve.
Other thing that people might not consider is that even if these truck drivers are, like totally, they can speak English, they're born in America, there's like no native or no, like
they have
non-native element
guys.
to this. Like a lot of truck drivers drive for a really long time. And
okay. When you start your day, you do a pre-trip. You check your truck to make sure it's good, right? Check. And another thing, you wanted to hear a story about my trucking school? Out of like the 30 people, 35, however many there were, that was fucking 6 years ago. I don't remember, but all I know is that they made us draw cards, and then you had to ace that part of the truck pre-trip, right? So you draw a card, you get A, B, C, or D. Guess who the one person was that pulled full truck pre-trip test? This guy. Who passed it? Me. I don't know if any of those people even drive today, But I knew that I had a mission, and this was going to be, this was me, right? Thank God I got the full truck pre-trip, right? Because I already studied it. I already know. What's the difference between me doing, check the front end of the truck, check where the driver sits, check where the hoses are, check the back of the truck. Like, you have no idea what this takes, and you all treat us like shit. COVID was, I love making jokes on the CB radio, and when I'm sitting in traffic, I'm like, make COVID great again. You know why? Because nobody was on the road except us. Just things like that. Like, you guys have no idea.
And there's a level of human fatigue that happens with this.
Okay. Back to what I was saying before I went on a tangent. I told you I'm going to crash out because there's just so much. Pre-trip. You start driving. You have 8 hours. You've already taken 15, 20 minutes on checking the truck and air and your fluids and making sure all the lights still work. That's another thing. People break into our trucks to steal our tablets that control our logs and, do our paperwork and see where we're going and all that shit. People break into our stuff just to steal those. What do you think an autonomous truck? People are gonna. It's gonna be hellish. It's gonna be complete hell if you think that having an autonomous truck it's gonna make things better. I don't think you people understand the consequences of you making decisions based off emotion and not understanding what you want. 8 hours first. When you start, you can drive for 8 hours straight. Then you must take a 30-minute break before you get the rest of your time back. 8, 30, and then 3. How much does that make? That makes 11 hours driving. Plus the 3 hours you get. You have 14 hours in a day because we're so regulated and governed. I have to drive slower and waste more time getting places, and you have no idea. 8, 3, 11 total out of 14. 3 hours extra for when you're trapped in a fucking dock and you can't leave, you can't move, you're just stuck in your truck. And what is there to do? Read a book, watch TV, sleep. You don't know what you're talking about. Please stop.
And so that's why they have like beds at the back of their truck. So I would say that probably a lot of drivers are probably sleep deprived at some point or another, if not most of the time. And because of
those guys that are doing cocaine off the dashboard or that are asking for a cup of coffee to get 14 hours after they've already been up 20 hours. You have no idea what you're talking about, and I wish you would just leave it alone. Give all the outrage, but give us a fucking voice for once.
That everyone is, but
this video is going to go nowhere.
Right?
But
and
you know
so
what? I just can't. I can't take it. It's 6 years I've dealt with this, and I'm just crashing out. I have to get it off my fucking chest. I just can't. This video is going to get like 8 views. I just don't care. Nobody gives a fuck what we have to say, and it's proven every day. Nobody gives a shit about us. And you know what? Fuck it. Have autonomous trucks. I don't fucking care, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to fucking IT, and I'll sit in a fucking office and be fucking bored out of my mind and hate my life and be miserable like all of you. And you know what? And when there's nothing on the fucking grocery store, there's no lumber, there's nothing because everything's autonomous. Oh, we gotta, how the fuck? Okay, Another thing, lumber. Who do you think fucking straps lumber onto the trailer? Does the computer do that? You have no idea what you're talking about. Please stop.
And this is a job that they can only do theoretically for 8 to 12 hours a day. 15 at the best, and that's not a good thing either.
See, he thinks he knows, but he doesn't know.
It would be better for everybody if you had autonomous driving cars that could drive at 100% efficiency 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so do the cars first. Get there first, and then I'll be impressed enough to maybe step away from a semi-truck that's saving all of you, right? While you drive like fucking retards, swerving in and out of lanes and getting in my fucking way all the time, thinking that you're just fucking better than me because you can go 80 and I can't go 70. So go ahead.
Like, this would just simply be an improvement for the human race. It's not something that would be good for truck drivers. It's not something that would be good for companies. It's something that would be good for everybody. And I think that a lot of the, reluctance from AI actually comes from people afraid of losing their jobs. That's primarily where it's coming from. It's not coming from people that are actually...
It'll never happen because you have no idea.
People that are against AI fundamentally, because I don't see how a person... I don't see how an ethical person cannot come to this conclusion, right? I mean, in my opinion, I think it's inevitable. So yeah, you need infrastructure for that, designed for AI, not human drivers. Well, I don't think that's even really true, because we already have...
Also, like the GPS, like if the truck's going to drive itself somewhere, sometimes even my company GPS sends me on the other side of the fucking city, but I know exactly where it is because I've already looked it up. I looked it up on satellite and all this shit. Or, I've already looked up where the place is. Well, the GPS is saying it's over there in a fucking neighborhood. But you know what? I know where it's at, and it's not. It's like right off the fucking highway right there. Not fucking 8 more miles into your neighborhood. Good luck. Good luck.
Have AI. So, based off of that logic, how do we have self-driving taxis now? How many Waymo and Tesla auto-driving car accidents do we have? Because, I feel like if there was a Tesla auto-driving car and it had an accident, everybody
let's ask
in
Grok what the
Air,
fucking accidents are. Just
with Waymos for
Waymo. I've seen 3 fucking Waymo cars and vans on the road in Houston.
Okay, so it's
just nothing.
Scenarios.
He's like, they don't kill people. Well, you know what? There's 3 out of fucking 2 million. Okay, wow, the number's low. Who gives a shit?
There's literally a list of them, and each one is labeled by the year, right? So that very clearly this doesn't happen a lot. And it's extremely fucking minor. And,
it's extremely minor with these 3 cars on the road while we're all driving Chevy Silverados.
I think
right?
I was washing my face yesterday.
It's nothing.
I took a shower yesterday, if you can believe that. Yes, I know. And I took a shower yesterday, and maybe at statistics. I mean, you can look through all from that statistics. I mean, you can look through all of this. 393 crashes. I mean, and this is
that's a lot more than the 3 you said, right?
May of 2022. I mean, look at how many crashes happen with people all the time, right? It happens constantly. Now, obviously, you'd have to account for per capita and how many mistakes happen. But in a general sense, no, I feel like this is a very, very obvious thing.
With Tesla
allergic to soap. Yes, clearly. But fully autonomous vehicles are also deployed in places like Arizona where driving conditions are consistent and easy to navigate. Yes, but I would argue that most highways are probably one of the easiest and most consistent driving navigation areas anywhere. You simply go in a very long line, one direction.
Until your camera picks up the tar strip on the road and thinks it's driving off the road, and it starts making, and it's going to swerve. It's going to be like, oh my God.
You go on I-30.
What's that pothole? There's a shadow underneath the bridge. Slam on the fucking brakes. It does that. It does that.
35. It's one of my favorite things about going on the highway.
The shadow is too dark. Oh my God. Even pulling out of the fuel island, and it's covered, right? So you can fuel in the rain, right? It's covered. And you know what? My truck, it just loves to slam on the brakes. I'll start going 2 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. It'll slam on the brakes because the fucking shadow ends, okay? It doesn't fucking know. It'll never happen. It's never gonna happen.
I can go on the highway and I just turn my fucking brain off. I don't have to think. I just okay, I have to go this way for 22 miles. Great.
Wow, all 22? Right. You want to know how many I do in a day? 500.
can just totally disconnect.
484.
And that's it. I bet the human driver crash is actually higher because a lot of people not reporting too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. But anyway, so that's generally the way that I see it more than anything. And this is as bad as it ever will be. And I
drive that much. We used to have competitions when I first started, when we were OTR. Me and my teammate, we used to have competitions. Who can drive the furthest today? And you know what? With 68, back then it was 65 was that company. It was 62 on the pedal, and on cruise control you could go 65. 620 miles was my, I think it's 619, 620, somewhere around there. But I drove across the country within 11 hours of driving. I think it was like 620 miles a shift. And needless to say, I won that competition by a little bit.
I think that's another thing too, is that if you look at this here and you look at the amount of it, it's obviously going to get better.
This isn't a game. This is my life. This isn't a game. I'm not debating. I'm not here to debate. Unless you want to vote for me, I'll start fucking debating. But it's never gonna happen. This video's not gonna go anywhere. Nobody cares. You all just want to sit here and talk and comment anonymously. It doesn't matter. And honestly, I don't know why, but I'm wasting precious gaming time right now. On that drive already got off, and now I'm just waiting for my son to get out of school. Oh, I'm just wasting so much time making this because I'm just fed up.
Those 56 million miles driven showed no fatalities, with an 80 to 90% reduction in certain accident types compared to human drivers. So here we go right now. And so this is inevitable. So going back to the truck driver thing, what's my point with this is that even if truck drivers, every single one of them spoke perfect English, they all had an English degree, this problem would still be something that's worth solving, right? And
so solve it. Solve it with your Chrysler Buick, whatever the fuck you drive, Asmon. Whoever you're watching, do you first. I know that my sister-in-law, I was thinking about that too. My sister-in-law has the same system on her like Range Rover or Land Rover, whatever the hell it is. But I got in her car and I was like, oh shit, this has the same sonar system as mine. I can just put it on 75 and gives even more no fucks because the car's gonna brake itself. It's gonna, keep me at a distance. This is great. I can drive from Texas to Colorado and zero fucks given. It's great.
And so that's generally what I was saying, and that's what I think overall. Let me go back. I'll look at a few more of these and take a look at it. Oh, and apparently, I don't know really if this how recent this one is, but it did happen again somehow. Here we go.
This is old.
This is great. You okay? For sure. Yeah. I was coming this way, and I see the whole thing. It's crazy.
This dude's pulling double tankers.
Man. Hard to know where this is. I don't know if this is in the U.S. or not, but
fucking
Arizona, I think this is obviously a very big problem, and this is
that could have happened. Him passing people that are going fucking 62. That guy is definitely, he is not governed. Guaranteed. That tanker driver, not governed. But you know what? If that front tire blows out, left side, which way is that fucking truck going? If it blows on the right side, which way is that going? It looks like he might have had a blowout, or he just went off on the side, or he, might have zoned out a little bit or something. I don't know. You cannot base what happened off that video right there. Period. That's why I have I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Governor of Florida talking about it. Here we go.
I've got videos.
Ron DeSantis of Florida is talking about the illegal immigrant truck driver who had the driver's license from California.
I've got plenty of videos on my dash cam. You little four-wheeler drivers.
Killed 3 people in Florida. Let's listen in.
He will arrive in Florida today.
Oh, they got him.
He will get the book thrown at him very shortly after that, I can guarantee you. So,
I don't even, the guy that did it is obviously a dumb piece of shit. Yeah, okay. But, like, what about the people that hired him? What about the people that employed him? What about the people that gave him the license? What about the people that approved the process that made the license that he got possible? Like, you've really got to look at those people, and that's really where you've got to look at the fault, right? You've got to look at, like, that's where you've got...
Nope. The company will say it was all you. You made the choice. I mean, at least for me, that's what they would do. They would throw me under the bus in a minute. They don't give a fuck about me. I just drive the truck. They make most of the profit. I'm making cents on the dollar. They're the ones making the fucking money for the load and all that shit.
That's the problem, obviously, right? Preach, yeah. I mean, that's really where we're worried about.
Stay tuned. You're going to be able to hear more for that.
I'd be more interested to know how he got that license in the first place, because I know I failed one question on mine and I had to wait a day or two because I had to like reschedule it, right? And I think I missed one or two questions on there, and they failed me, and I had to come back like within after 24 hours or something like that to retake it. Second try, I got it. I figured it was like a weight issue or something. Like one of the questions was about like weights, or I don't know. The test is stupid. Like, I would love for any of you guys to go to the DMV and ask to take like a trucking permit. It's like $20. You want to go? You want to get your CDL permit? Just go to the DMV, pay like $20-25, and just take the test. See if you can do it.
How ridiculous is it that somebody would get a commercial driver's license who doesn't understand the language of this country, doesn't understand roads?
Yeah, I hope you can speak English, because I mean, honestly, I took it in Texas. I don't even know. They might have like programmed it to where I sat down and it could have been English or Spanish. I don't know, honestly.
Signs, doesn't understand these things. And the feds, when they had him detained a couple days ago, they did an English test and he failed abysmally, not even close. Like not only like, you know, a little English, like no, he was terrible. And yet he's getting these commercial licenses from these sanctuary states. And you know, in the U.S., we all kind of have our opportunities to run our states.
This dipshit right here, he pulled from the shoulder. He went. There's. I don't know if maybe somebody drove off, but he was not gonna make that fucking turn. There was no way. As a driver, I looked at that setup of that truck. He was gonna get stuck no matter what. His trailer was gonna catch that guardrail. He would have been on the other side of the road. He was fucked. That truck was going nowhere unless he went straight across. Guaranteed. I trust me, 6 years. I know. I pride myself on one pull up. And I watch these guys, some of these Mexican drivers, I'm sure, they're definitely not white guys. Up, back, 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 17 times. Bro, you have one job. Back up into the door. And they can't do it, but they can drive straight. And they can wash their feet in the sink. They can do that. I'll tell you that.
The way we want. We've chosen to
walk into a truck stop, middle of the day. I bet somebody's in there. A rest area. I bet somebody is in there washing their fucking feet in the sink.
Be the free state of Florida.
Well, that's not even no. Because if you're driving federally, like, I mean, this is such an obvious thing. I mean, if you're doing something that crosses state lines, then states' rights are not paramount anymore. There's a reason why you have federal government and state government. And it's so fucking obvious. Things that are inside of that state and stay inside of that state are the state government, generally, not always, but generally. And things that are not are the federal government. We all know this.
I thought like federal was like any highway, right? Any interstate? I thought that was all federal. Huh.
Everybody, it's so obvious.
It's convoluted bullshit.
I think most people here appreciate that. California, Washington State, they're choosing much different pathways. And I think it's been very destructive to the people there. That's why people have fled those states. But, you know,
can you imagine being a firefighter
policies and their recklessness spills over to other states in this country, and it's spilled over in this.
Okay, don't look at the accident. It's just stupid. It's bad. Look at the front of his truck right here. Look at the front. He's on the inside. Now look how far back his axle is at the back of the trailer. He is he's standing right next to the guardrail. He had to go 3 lanes. Is it 2? I think it's 3. He would have had to go all the way to the other shoulder to make that turn. 6 lanes guaranteed would have been blocked, and it would have happened to anyone.
Case to the state of Florida. So the 3 Floridians are dead, in part because of the recklessness that we see out on the left coast. And, I think it needs to stop. But ultimately, it's going to require Congress to get off its rump and actually do something about this.
Exactly, yeah. They need to solve the problem systematically, because the system that created this person will create another person like this. So getting mad at the person is solving the symptom and not the disease.
Defund sanctuary states, defund sanctuary cities, rein in the excesses that we've seen in these states time and time again, and I hope that happens, because we cannot just sit and allow these tragedies to occur on and on and on. It's got to stop. We're here today.
It's ridiculous. This is such a ridiculous, unforced error that nobody should have ever even seen.
To talk about our support for rural communities in Florida. And our state.
Right, so that was Governor Ron DeSantis talking about how this illegal immigrant who killed 3
to regulate people like me, while the people that run me over and get down my throat want to regulate me and let these dipshits. That 100% guarantee that dude had no govern on his truck. He could go 80. And you got people like me. Can't go the speed limit. It's not my fault. When you cut me off, you don't let me get over to pass somebody. It's not my fault that I can't go 80 in a 75, 90, 100 like you dipshits in the left lane. It's not my fault.
3 people in that accident.
I don't want to go
be extradited from California to Florida
want to do that.
And Governor Ron DeSantis saying that he is going to have the books thrown
to
at
go
him.
the speed limit.
I
would love it,
take it
because
very
you know what?
seriously,
I'd get
obviously, and
$10 more
basically,
an hour if I
again,
could.
just to recap, an illegal immigrant who can't speak English, who didn't understand the road signs, somehow gets these commercial driver's licenses in California, Washington, kills 3 people.
This is so fucking retarded. How is this even real? This is crazy.
Florida. And as you heard the governor say there, when he gets here to Florida later today, as you mentioned, we are throwing the book at him.
Yeah. So he will said that there will be more to come, and we will follow that as it happens. In the meantime, there's this.
Thank God.
Because I feel like
Thank God. And again, they need to fix the system that creates guys like this. That's really how you solve this problem. And he'll probably get charged. He'll probably get manslaughter. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the odds are the guy's going to spend a lot of time in jail, and that's really what matters the most, right? I mean, individual specific things, it's really kind of hard to say. This is,
All right, that's pretty funny. That's almost like Utah right there. That's Utah and. I mean, you get those guys that go down that hill and they just ride their brakes the whole fucking way. I don't see no difference.
Can't read the sign. What? What?
He ain't using his Jake brake, and he ain't pumping his brakes to keep his brakes
CDL gameplay.
Turning into fucking molten lava.
Yeah, I guess so, guys. Looks about right. Yeah. Well, there it is, right? That's where we're at. And I missed a turn. Yeah. If you could only read the stop sign,
driving a truck is when I'm going down a fucking mountain. I'll tell you that right now.
But
or when I have people swerve in front of me and hit their fucking brakes.
Anyways,
because they want to go to Buc-ee's.
So that's pretty much what's happened, and I'm not really that surprised by this, but anyway, so this is, and I think this is one of the big reasons why they let this happen. Listen to this.
And I know there's different issues involving the census even apart from that, but the census that was done, and it started under Trump administration, but it was processed and the results were promulgated under Biden.
Yeah.
Just with that, If we just take that and applied it properly, Florida would have at least one more seat. That's just the truth.
It's crazy that they count illegals in the census. Like, I mean, how can you have such a blatant, obvious fucking exploit? Like, I mean, this is, what are we even doing here? What is this?
So the Attorney General has written a letter to
the
Census Bureau, the Commerce Department, copying the White House, saying,
I want to give my kids a good life.
Fix this
but you got these people like this dipshit who
and
crosses
award
6
Florida
lanes of traffic from the shoulder to the other shoulder. He wouldn't have made that turn.
And if we get that,
I guarantee he would not have made that. Either way, that truck was done. It was going to stop. Guaranteed he'd never done it before. He just saw an opening in the fucking highway and was like, oh, here we go. I'm going to fucking send it. And I guaranteed that dude does 25 forwards and backs just to get his ass in a fucking door. Guaranteed.
That's not only an extra seat in the House of Representatives. We have 28 now.
Put that dude in when he's in court. Make him back a truck up. Make him back a trailer into a dock. I want to see it.
That would also mean an additional vote in the Electoral College when
the DA needs to question that man. Sir, how many times have you washed your toes in the sink at a truck stop?
When it comes to presidential elections.
Jesus.
And so we should have had that in 2024, in 22 for Congress,
you don't believe me.
24 for
I've
both
walked
Congress
in on
and the
it,
Electoral
and I laugh
College.
at it, and it makes them really uncomfortable, and then they
now.
fucking leave.
We think it's really something
funny.
that's important.
It's disgusting, but it's funny.
No, it's not even a question. I mean, like, why the fuck would you count an illegal alien in the census for the representation of the government? It doesn't even make sense. It's so stupid. And so, yeah, it levels to brain rots or cancer in society. Well, I think this is a lot simpler, right? I mean, it is. It's a lot simpler than that. They want to bring in illegals because it gives them more power, right? I mean, you don't need to have
and more money.
There doesn't need to be a benevolent ideology for this. It just simply has to be the interests of these people. That's it. It makes perfect sense if you're gaming the system. Absolutely, it does. And I think that's clearly what's happening here, right?
Later. I'm done. I need to hell dive a little bit and drink my fucking cream soda Dr. Pepper. I'm crashing out. I crashed. I made it through it. You know damn well. I probably got a lot more to say. Anyway, stopping the recording. See you later. It's going to upload. The 4 or 5 people who watch this, appreciate it. See you later.